Hello viewers, welcome to the video lecture series for job role of Hand Embroiderer Class 10th, Unit 2, Session 1. In this video, we are going to learn threaded back stitch. Threaded back stitch is mostly used as an outline stitch and it can also be used as the base of many composite stitch. It is generally used for outlining shapes and for making flowers, stems. So, try to select the designs which have more of lines. Most suitable fabric for this embroidery are casement, mati, jute, cotton, khadi and others. Before starting this embroidery, let us check tools and materials required, that is embroidery hoop or frame, fabric. Fabric should be clean, starch free and ironed. Carbon paper, embroidery thread, tracing paper, needle, scissor, thimble, pen and pencil. Preparation before embroidery. First step is tracing the design on fabric. For this, take a neat and clean, starch-free and ironed fabric and a butter paper with design for tracing. Now, place a carbon paper on fabric for tracing the design. Make sure that the design edges should be sharp and clean so that we get a clear design on fabric. Trace the design using a pencil or pen. Second is placing design fabric on frame. Place and stretch the design fabric on an embroidery frame. For this, loosen the screw of the frame and tighten the fabric on frame by tightening the screw. Third is starting with embroidery stitch. For this, loose the screw of the frame and tighten the fabric on frame by tightening the screw. Process of threaded back stitch. To make the threaded back stitch, first we need to make back stitch. Take a thread and needle, make a knot in thread and bring the thread up from the back of the fabric. This time we move back, that is why this stitch is known as back stitch. Put the needle into the hole through which we previously went up in the last stitch. Continue doing this along the entire design by moving forward a stitch coming from the back and then move forward stitch and then move backward a stitch. Going down into the same hole from the last stitch. Now we will thread the back stitch, and to do that we can use either the same thread or a different contrast thread. So bring the needle up just to the one side of the starting point of the back stitch. Slip the needle underneath the first stitch while going down and pull it through. Now we are on the bottom of the back stitch. From here, go up by slipping the needle underneath the next stitch. And this time we are on top of the line. Repeat this process throughout the design. To make double threaded stitch, start with a threaded back stitch. Now, using a second thread of either same color or a different color, start the stitch in the same way as threaded back stitch but in the opposite direction. Make sure that the loops of previous row of threaded back stitch do not get catched or entangled. Now the process of double threaded back stitch. To make double threaded back stitch, first make a row of threaded back stitch. Now take a second lacing thread which can be of same or contrast thread. Now take a second lacing thread which can be of same or contrast color. Add in the same way as threaded backstitch without catching the loop of the first line. Now finish the backside of embroidery by cutting all extra threads. Now the embroidery is complete. You can see it is neat and clean from front and backside of the fabric. So it is the time to summarize the embroidery. First, place the fabric on a flat surface. Second is trace the design. Next step is fix and stretch the fabric on embroidery frame. Next is start with the embroidery stitch. For threaded back stitch, make sure to work from top of the design to the bottom of design, and last is finish the embroidery by clipping extra threads. So thank you viewers. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.